Hello and welcome to Session 2, Module 2, describing Jaques-Dalcroze Music System. In this session, we will focus on the main elements characterizing Dalcroze's vision of musical education, description of the concept of eurythmy, explanation of the concept of solfège, preceded by a good hearing of the music, the role of improvisation in the development of complex musical skills, description of solid principles of music education underlying the activities in Dalcroze classes, review research on the benefits of using Dalcroze's pedagogical vision for students' participation and learning. Here, we would like to present a few information about the composer Dalcroze and his musical preparation. Emil Jaques-Dalcroze was born in Austria, but in 1875, the family moved in Geneva, where he spent most of his life. He grew up in an artistic educational environment, conducive to harmonious development provided by his mother, who was a music teacher and also a pianist. In 1883, he enrolled at the Geneva Conservatory, then studied in Paris and Vienna Conservatory, where started to be interested in music education. Dalcroze began to believe that an effective teacher is one who respects and educates the whole child, solidifying the idea of eurythmy. After a few years of experience in the field of music in Europe and North Africa, he returned to the Geneva Conservatory as a professor of solfège. Step by step, Dalcroze began to teach in a new style, a holistic one, by moving, keeping a steady beat, react, and respond to music improvised from piano. How the method came about? Good question. The beginnings of the method are directly connected to the teaching work of Dalcroze, who found that in the music education of his time, the emphasis was on reading and writing musical notation rather than developing oral or rhythmical skills. The literature at that time did not offer solutions to the problems faced by students in the field of music. There were no effective teaching strategies, which led to the creation of their own methods depending on the application of original ideas and result achieved with students. Soon, his musical activities were based on rhythm and movement, following collaboration with specialists in pedagogy, psychology, and dance. Next, we will describe the development of Dalcroze's pedagogical vision. His pedagogical concept trains both students who wish to perform at a higher musical level, pursuing a career in this direction, but prepares any person, child or adult, who wishes to improve their musical level through melodical, rhythmical activities or coordination. Dalcroze's system of music education was influenced by the philosophical trends of the time, which gave special attention to the individual to full development by activating sectors that had not been so important before. Thus, the idea of movement, rhythmicity, coordination came to life and shaped his method based on eurythmy. The Dalcroze pedagogical concept has several characteristics, including his method is an interactive and interdisciplinary approach to music that allows a holistic development of the human personality. Dalcroze creates an original education system, revealing that rhythm and movement could be combined in order to facilitate the complexity of learning music. Dalcroze revised the way harmony was taught, but also initiated a real system of rhythmic education, which eminently involved body movement. Syncretism of poetry, music, dance is very common in music education system of Dalcroze and fundamental in the development of expressiveness and creativity. He also initiated music therapy. Pedagogical concept combines rhythm, structure, and musical expression through movement. Humans learn best when learning through the senses. Music should be taught through the tactile, the kinesthetic, the oral, and the visual senses. As an expression of the essence of Dalcroze's pedagogical concept, the author himself says, "We do not only listen to music with our ears, it resonates in our whole body, in the brain, and the heart." In a Dalcroze class, the teacher combines three elements through rhythmical games, songs, gesture, and movement. These elements are eurythmics, solfège, and improvisation. Eurythmics engages the body in rhythmic movement and active listening. Dalcroze starts from the premise that music and the body are strongly connected, result that people react immediately when they hear music, especially children. The accents in the music are highlighted by movement. The movement exercises proposed by Dalcroze are progressive. At first, the movements are very simple and natural, then they develop gradually. Music happens in time, and movement involves space and energy. The three elements are edifying for Dalcroze's philosophy. Many eurythmics activities begin in an introverted fashion, where students are encouraged to internalize the rhythm prior to exploring the rhythm with others through interactive movements. The second important stage in Dalcroze's system of musical education is solfeggio, or solfège in French. Solfeggio develops internal melody and harmony, along with a holistic response to musical notation. The term solfège refers to exercises and studies that aim to develop the capacity of hearing, listening, responding to, singing and playing, remembering, identifying, and notating any combination of sounds. One goal is to build a connection between what is heard and what is written, that is, to teach students to write melodies, rhythms, and harmonies by ear. The third stage is improvisation, which brings out the creative spirit with the voice, an instrument, or the body. Improvisation is very important, as the music improvised by the teacher forms the basis of the lesson for the students. In Dalcroze exercises, students improvise by moving, singing, or playing an instrument. Improvisation motivates students to express their own ideas, stretches students' imaginations, and brings out a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Integrating improvisation in teaching can be realized in little things, such as varying a way of clapping or stepping, or accompanying one's movement with different sounds. Also, using the voice in movement improvisation exercises is a way to approach instrumental improvisation. In Dalcroze teaching, many different forms of movement improvisation are applied. Practicing music in activities created according to Dalcroze's vision ensures efficiency in learning the elements of musical language, but also forms creative personalities able to express themselves in an original way and improve their lives. Some of the directions are mentioned on the Dalcroze Institute's website, including the following: musicality, sense of rhythm and movement; music theory, physical and mental well-being; imagination and creativity; social skills; easy in public; mental balance and relaxation; intellectual and physical agility, concentration. In addition, we can mention that in Dalcroze's classes, the instructor guides students in eurythmics, solfège ear training, and improvisation activities through rhythmic games, songs, and movement. Active listening, a spirit of play and an emphasis on physical experience, enable students to discover and form a deep personal understanding of musical elements, both in terms of precision and expression. Dalcroze education creates a platform for musical depth and accelerated learning for all musicians, intensifying and accelerating performance experience and/or instrumental lessons. For details, you can consult other materials about Dalcroze, including the related articles. The Dalcroze approach to music education, theory and applications, eurythmics and its implications, the Dalcroze approach, experiencing and knowing music through the embodied exploration, a few materials from Dalcroze Society of America, and the Dalcroze approach to music therapy. But more importantly, you can see some models of music learning activities based on practical exercises that can be applied with children of all ages, but also with adults, adapted to the age particularities. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation was a very pleasant experience for you.